I'm Danny Sides, Ranky Pivot dealer here west of Amarillo, Texas, about 30 miles. This pivot here's had, it's got 15 towers and 2 tires per tower, and it's probably had upwards of 25 flats this summer. We have a heavy clay soil, and if a tire ever does slip, it tends to coat over and form into just like a racing slick, and it just sits there and digs until it's down the base beams of the pivot. You know, of course, we have to take a tire out there on a four-wheeler and tear a bunch of crop up getting it there and jack it up in a bunch of mud and put it on and get the old tire out. So it takes sometimes almost a day. One of his pivots was down almost a week this year because of it. He finally just decided to put a new pivot in this year and update this old one, and rather than going with the standard rubber tires, he decided to try the Rhinogators, and hopefully that'll help alleviate some of his problems. Yeah, it helps everybody. And happy customers or make repeat customers, hopefully, so that's what we're hoping for.
I'm Dan Ulrey, work for B&G Electric in Pampa, Texas, and I take care of the irrigation for B&G. A lot of farmers are putting at least 2 on the trouble areas, and we haven't had any complaints. He put these on probably April or May, and he's had really good luck. I didn't get stuck one time or anything. I think he was tired of it getting stuck, having flat tires all the time, having to drive through driving through the field and tearing up the crop to change it flat. If it happens in the middle of the night and dark, you can't get out there, and your pivot's there all night running water, and then you've got the mess, and you used thousands and thousands of gallons of water. And then you've got to drive over your crop with your tractor usually to get a tire in and put another tire on. So you're losing crop, you're losing time, and everything.
Out of the 35 or 6 tires that are on this machine, you know, there probably wasn't 5 or 6 of them that's worth keeping. It was getting to the point where we were every day just go out there looking for which one was flat. I think it was beneficial, you know, to go ahead and put poly on, and you just don't worry about the flats. And
he bought the halves, and he put them together himself out here in the field. After he got the rhythm and got the actual air ratchet and all that, they were doing a whole tower in about 30 minutes. The easiest thing is it snaps right on. I mean, 8 bolts, and it's on. Take a Sawzall, cut the rubber tire off, and you can put this on out in the field if you actually had to.
Everything fit really good, and the alignment was good, and I like because they have the stub in the middle to where they can't spin on the rim.
They look really good. I mean, you can tell that they've got mud, and the UV and all that, they're still the same color, so they're not fading out or anything. And we had some pretty extreme heat. You know, we were up 115, so we've had some pretty good heat and wind and sand blowing against them and all that stuff.
I'd say they're worth the money. I do like the way they fit, but they do have as much or more traction for sure than a rubber tire, you know. I like them. I really do think they are going to be good. Every day not having to worry about the flat tires is a big plus. I mean, it really, in my books, you know, it makes lots of difference.